Hello, hello, hello. I am your spiritual transformational life coach, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business. We are empowered. Where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power. And that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, kingdom people, kingdom people. I just have to remind you all that we are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are money generators. We are manifestors. And we are curse breakers and transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. And so I have to take this time out first to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, all the financial contributions to my channel, and all the seeds that you sow into me and my ministry. Thank you for all of your comments as well, and all of the bookings. Yeah, thank you all, kingdom people. It is very much appreciated. Thank you. And so, as you already know, and if you don't know, now you know, I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. Kingdom people, check this out. I wake up this morning. God just started talking to me about how he was showing me different things. It's like the same old, same old. But he was just bringing certain things to my attention about people's intentions, and even reminded me of someone that I've been knowing all my life, and how they've been having this intention towards me for a long, long time, which I already knew. They were just bringing things to my attention about different people. And again, it was like the same old, and I'm just like, I'm so over it. And so God said to me, their plans will not fail. Their expectations will not succeed. They will not fail. Their expectations will fail. Their plans will fail. Their expectations will not come into fruition. And so my attitude was like, I know. Okay, thanks for telling me. And it's a thing, kingdom people, I'm just over it. I'm so over that kind of a thing, that people are on that. And, I've come to a place where, these spirits operate in people. And depending on what spirits are operating in them, yeah, it makes sense, because this is how the enemy works and how he operates. And he operates through people. So as I'm going on throughout my day and doing things, I was listening to a motivational video. It's one that comes that I listen around Miles Monroe. He normally speaks, but this video in particular just had him in there among others like Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor and some others. And so one part that I heard was speaking on how, yes, there are injustices in this world. Yeah, people do things that are unjust and unfair. And, that is true. And he was saying, and this was Tony Robbins saying this part, and he said, yet you have to be stronger than those injustices so that you can succeed and so that you can be free. And so it really moved me, because I have this thing where it's like, if you see what's going on, like what we're talking about, your enemies or whatever, doing things and their intentions towards you and their plots and their plans, when you're aware, you know how to navigate around. And not just that, but when you're aware that this is a thing out here where these spirits can possibly be on people, and I'm just hearing, and Satan entered Judas. So it's a thing where a person can be cool, but because of who you are, kingdom people, Satan can enter anybody who has an open door. And I assure you, anybody. I've seen this. I was even reminded today of a very loved one of mine who this happens to. And I don't want to go too much into it, but it can happen to anybody if they have an open door. If they're not working to deal with those open doors, which are insecurities, wounds, wherever they have open doors at. Even I'm hearing even a lack of obedience, or who you're connected to. Sometimes people are connected to a curse, and that causes a demon to be either jump on them at points or reside in them, because again, they have open doors. But I don't want to go too much into that. I'm making a point to say, when you're aware and you know that these things can be so and can happen, you can navigate through them. And he said, then you're free. And the scripture even tells us, know the truth and you will be free. When you know the real deal and you know what's going on, even in this world, and how the things are going on, where how we say they're trying to control us, and it's true, and people in general, it ain't got to be the world leaders trying to control us. And yes, they are. People in your life, or around you, should I say, may be trying to control you. But the thing is, when you know that, or when you know that it's people out here like that, you're free, because you know how to navigate. You know how to be stronger than their attempts to control you and have power over you. Which leads me to another, I'm not sure who this was, but in this video, this person says how, you know, it's either growth or control. And people who try to control you, there's no growth. They're not growing. And I would take it a step further and say, they don't want to grow. That's why they try to control others. They need to, and this was on me before I even heard this video, how sometimes people, the way that they can feel like they're something is by pulling you down. Because what God was saying to me actually was, he was showing me how people want me to stop. There are people that are watching me, they want me to stop doing what I do. You know, they see what I'm doing, they see it's good. Now, a lot of these people, I ain't telling them, but you know, people stalk and snoop, and hey, ain't nothing I can do about that. But it's a good thing, even if they try to find something wrong with it and criticize. It doesn't matter, because when you're walking in God's purpose and in obedience, what he called you to do in your purpose, it doesn't matter what people are on. However, some people, you know, have a thing. And the reason why they want me to stop, and in this case, you all too as well, is so that they won't have to grow. People want you to stop doing what you're doing because they don't want to have to grow. And if you continue to excel and move in your calling and what God purposed in you, they don't like it. Because they're not growing. Or not growing at your level, which they should be concerned with growing at their own level. But the thing is, these kind of people don't even want to grow. And so that's why they try to control. And usually when people are trying to control you, that's an indication that there's no growth. They're not interested in growing. They're not going to grow. Well, I don't want to go that far, because, you know, people can, at some point, something knock them in their head and they like, oh, sometimes that does happen. However, it just all helped me to see how, something I always say, they just going to be wanting. They just going to be wanting. It's the same thing of people wanting this for your life. So focused on you. I don't want them to do this. I want them to stop. We not stopping, kingdom people, because we history makers, we're world changers, we're dream successors, we're wealth generators, we're manifestors, we're curse breakers, and we are transformers. This is what we do. We build the kingdom. We establish the kingdom here on earth as it is in heaven. This is what we do, kingdom people, and we not stopping. But that's what they want, because they don't want to grow. So God is saying that their plots and plans against you will not fail. I mean, will fail. Their attempts at you will fail. They will fail. You will not fail, but their plots and their plans towards you will fail. And he gave me a couple of scriptures here, and one was Proverbs 10:28, and it says, the hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. I almost said world. I almost said the expectations of the world come to nothing, but it's the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. But what I'm gathering is even the expectations of the world, when it's wicked, comes to nothing. I'm going to read that again, Proverbs 10:28. The hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. So God is saying that their expectations will fail every time. Anything they plotting and planning on you, it will fail every time. And I'm just reminded of how when God was showing me this one, I was like, I know. It's like, I already know. They're going to get, I don't know why they don't get tired of trying. I know people that have been trying for years. They've been doing this for 10 years or more, I'm hearing. You know, but hey, they in God's hands. You have to leave them in God's hands and keep it moving, because their expectations for you will fail. And then John 10:10 says, the thief's purpose is to kill and steal and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. So we know another version, the King James Version, says the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but I have come that you will have life and have life more abundantly. And that's Jesus speaking, saying he came to give you more life and life more abundantly. Jesus came to give you a rich and satisfying life. So even though the enemy is there trying to kill, steal, and destroy, as long as you're moving with God, as long as you know the truth, you will be free and navigate around these individuals. And just, you know, I hate to say it, but it's safe to just assume they're always plotting on you and always trying to get you. People that I know for certain have tried to hurt me, harm me, destroy me, want to control me, want to do all that crazy stuff. I'm just being real. I would never trust them, because how can you trust somebody that you know has been trying to harm you and hurt you and all that stuff? They want to steal, kill, and destroy what's in you, what God has put in you. You have to remember the enemy wants to destroy God. So he wants to destroy you. We represent God. It's really a battle. It's not a battle between God and Satan, because God is God. So he ain't got to battle Satan. But you get what I'm saying. But God and Jesus, their purpose is that we will have a rich and satisfied life, that we will have life and have it more abundantly. And that's what we will experience. Their expectations will fail. It will come to nothing. So you all, I just had to come and share that with you all, because that's what was on my spirit today. And I'm a little like over it, you know. Yeah, it's just, you know, it sucks for them, you know. And it's like, I'm at a point where I don't even care no more. Yeah, watchful, aware, you know what I'm saying? Because these ones, they just don't stop. They just don't stop. They just don't stop. But that's the wicked one operating in them. And so knowing that will keep you free, so you can navigate around them. Anyway, Kingdom people, I'm going to leave that right there. Let it rest right there. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. And if you haven't, Kingdom people, what are you waiting for, Kingdom people? What? Click that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video, something like this one, Kingdom people. Also, share the video if you're interested in any of the